Ladies and gents, it is absolutely packed today, Wednesday. Why? Budget. First Labour government will be announcing their budget in the House of Commons in the next hour. Currently, Sky TV, they're interviewing Steve Gray. I mean, this is an idea of how busy it is. Look at it. It's utter chaos. Hopefully we'll make it across to the other side. One of the pro-EU bunch just had a meltdown because the builders removed his flag and started screaming. Let's get ourselves across real fast. Okay.
Oh, come on. Where's my other one? Where's my other one? Where's my other one? Where's my other one? Where's my other one?
One second, guys. Let's wind them up a little bit.
You're not doing anything here. Okay, but it's still a construction site. You understand where I'm coming from? No. Because the construction site is quite obviously down there. No, the whole area is a construction site. This is our site. We're asking you politely. And I'm somewhere else. If you could, not only criminal damage, and private property. You have decided to be absurdly officious to make a point. It was a stupid argument to pick. We're not making a point. And I said politely no.
Wait, I didn't know that Nigel Farage had grown a ponytail.
I have not. Anywhere. I don't care where you flag. This is what we do. This is such your site.
No, but come on, the guy's got a... he's actually got a point. This guy's got a point. You should take down all the trashy EU flags. Only leave up the Union Jacks. I completely agree with you.
No.
You're right. I'm teasing. Notice he had nothing to say for a second. He's like, wait, hold on a second. Wait, what is this guy saying? He's a Remainer, but he took it well. Let's give him credit. Okay, so... minor argument, a little bit of confrontation, a little bit of fun to start this morning's video. Golly, I mean, why is it so busy? I have absolutely no idea. Wait, we're going the wrong way. Wrong side. Looks like I'm going to be in a lot of people's pictures today. Done the city walks in a zillion tourist images. To be honest, I've probably appeared in hundreds of tourist pictures inadvertently since I started filming at Horse Guards. Let's turn ourselves around slowly. I mean, it's chaos, guys. We have got thousands, I'm not exaggerating, you can hear all the whistles and shouts and everything over the road. Thousands of people on Parliament Square, opposite the House of Commons. That's what all that noise is in the background. And you can hear it, bells and whistles and shouting and foghorns and all sorts of stuff going on. I mean, I'm half tempted because it would be fun to go over there and get in the middle of it. But it's not while we're here, sadly. We're here because there's a phone box. That's a lot of fun. And that phone box leads to somewhere else that's even more fun than the fun phone box. Now, in terms of today's queue, it's not the biggest one we've ever seen, but in terms of the sheer number of people that are out and about, if this is reflected at Horse Guards, it's going to be utter chaos. It really is, because it is busy. Now, people are asking why this phone box or why this wall. This girl is about to demonstrate for us exactly why, folks. Look. It's okay. Super view. The Elizabeth Tower in the background, and Big Ben, of course. The bell gives us the famous bong. Not the Horse Guards bong, the other bong. Gosh, I'm so tempted, folks, to go and jump in on the Parliament Square side. It would be so much fun. I just heard somebody calling my name, but no, there's not. Take down all those trashy EU flags. I like the fact that he didn't get all upset and have a little meltdown in my face, because it would have been a bit awkward. I'm not here to offend anybody, but at the same time, it's always fun. Oh wait, I spotted somebody that I know. Oh, he's going... You remember the guy's the YouTuber that was banned from Horse Guards? There he is. He's now pursuing an alternative career as a journalist. So that's what we've got in the middle. In fact, notice that disgrace there. We've got an EU flag flying in front of our glorious Parliament. Let's wait until Birgit's afternoon tea bus goes around the corner, and we'll begin our little journey. Steve Bray's all over the national media today, actually. I maybe need to dig out my previous interview with him, which was quite funny. Anyway, the police have turned up, and they're now having a discussion about who is or isn't right with the fellow from the construction crew. They just had a chat with him. You can see, look, I think they're now going around to have a chat with Nigel Farage. It's amazing how Nigel's aged. I like, Nigel, you peasant, take down the... The police don't look happy. I mean, to be fair though, folks, we don't need all of this trash, regardless of, you know, whether you're pro-EU or not, hanging all over our building site, do we? Look. I think Sir Nigel, on the right, that's Nigel Farage's doppelganger, by the way, it's not the real Nigel, who's a nice guy. Times, look. There's someone else there. Halloween budget nightmare this lady's got on her on her little board. The drama, eh? And not only that, the amount of time that's wasted. Police resources wasted placing this sort of absolute utter nonsense that benefits no one is extraordinary. And it is, as the workman correctly and quietly explained, a functioning building site. Hence, they don't want all of this nonsense hung all over it, which they then later need to remove. And we know the workmen are nice guys. Remember, folks, when we were here on Monday, the workman that came out and said to us, I am going to be the first one to use the new toilets when they're ready. I mean, that's classic British toilet humour at its finest, pretty much, I would suggest. Okay, so we begin the meandering walk to horseguards. A little bit later than I would like because of that little bit of a distraction. I mean, a funny distraction, folks, you've got to admit. That was kind of unexpected. I mean, I thought there might be a few Fruit Loops out this morning, just because of the fact that on budget day, there always are. But it's going to be a pretty dramatic budget, one way or another. It doesn't matter whether you're pro or, I wouldn't say anti-Labour, it doesn't matter whether you're pro-Labour or pro-Conservative, or pro-Lib Dem for that matter. It's going to be a pretty controversial budget. They're going to be raiding a lot of savings pots, apparently. See Chelsea pensioners over on the right-hand side. Perhaps we'll bump into them. Got police reinforcements on the way. Perhaps we'll bump into them at Horse Guards. Goodness gracious, that's an awful lot of noise. Thank goodness it's so far away from the horses and they haven't actually set up camp here in Downing Street to make that kind of noise. The whistles really travel. I honestly don't know what to expect this morning. I mean, it's very busy. Again, this never-ending tourist season. However, at some point somebody's going to have to give. It's not really a surprise that rents typically in London have risen more than 15% in the past year. And a lot is going to depend on this budget today, a hell of a lot. It's going to determine whether or not a lot of wealthy folk take a lot of their business offshore again, as has happened under previous Labour governments. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing in the sense that it would certainly help property values. However, there is enough pressure from foreign buyers to keep the market buoyant, which I'm on the fence about. On the one hand, the more expensive the prices, the more it keeps places sort of somewhat exclusive and secure. On the other hand, everyone deserves a home. Huge look, I decided to walk out in the road this time instead of getting in the squish because it's absolutely chocker. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop right in front of you, chap. Sorry, I did a classic Horse Guards thing there and I stood in the middle of the street without thinking about the people behind me. Yeah, let's not even bother to try and get in there, folks. It's just too busy. Let's go in the road with everyone else. Right, so next stop, Horse Guards. There's a lot of people already finished their filming and they're off. Now, Blues and Royals will be back this morning. I haven't seen this little electric street cleaning. Oh, almost tripped myself over it. 100% electric. I haven't seen those before, actually. I was wondering why the pavement looks so clean. So Blues and Royals back this morning. By the time we get there, I'm not entirely sure what time it was even on the clock. I didn't think to look. But I'm guessing that by the time we get there, we'll probably be hitting between 11:30 and 11:45-ish, give or take. Which is good. Why? It means that we will likely capture all 4 of the horses, even if only briefly for the first 2. Let's just pray that we don't arrive to see Ormond on duty. Blues and Royals in winter order. No idea which troopers. And no idea which horses. But folks, we don't have long to find out. It's my future car, JJJ9J. Yeah, nice car. Very nice car. JJJ9J. Expensive. Right, is it busy? Of course it is. Oh, MOD are out in the crowd.
Morning.
Are you looking for pickpockets?
No, I've just been looking after this one because the 11 o'clock change.
Ah.
It's a lot busier than it's half term, isn't it?
You think it's bad here? Steve Bray and the Pro EU lot are up opposite the House of Commons.
Oh, are they?
The workmen doing the underground toilets, so pulling all their flags down. And obviously they're not happy about it.
No, I bet
so
they're
it's
not.
kicking off a little bit up there. So you've got the better spot this morning, I reckon.
Well, hopefully it'll stay. I was going to say quiet, but I'm not going to.
Here, never. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. Enjoy your day, mate.
See you soon. Right, folks, let's have a little look. Oh my good lord. Let's have a look, he says. I mean, it'd be nice if we could actually get anywhere near a horse, but the only reason I'm even able to stop here is that luckily there's a lamppost serving as a natural barrier for this throng of people that are surging towards me. And I'm not exaggerating, look at it. Oh my goodness. Right, let me see if it will ease somewhat, folks. I'll try and slide myself in slowly. Oh my. Yeah, half-time in full effect. Now, actually, wait, yeah, Lady Trooper we've got at this end this morning. Nice surprise. People saying beautiful horses. Really, 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 really pretty horse here. With no markings at all. My goodness, what a squisharoo. All right. Busy so far, or just kind of normal? What do you reckon?
It's very busy.
Very, like this, pretty much all morning.
Yeah, because it's it's tougher. That's why.
Yeah, but man, wow, this is just getting ridiculous. Suppose on like this, there's going to be no room for anyone. Right, 1 second, folks. Okay, so we just arrived, and obviously the first thing that we happened to see, luckily, remarkably, is our glorious Blues and Royals trooper explaining very politely to a slightly misguided and misinformed peasant that the box is out of bounds unless you're 1 royal, 2 military, or 3 C1 or 2, basically. Actually, wait, there is a third category, MOD, police. Okay, so stableman, Lady Trooper today, boxman, Lady Trooper. Other end, I'm 99% certain it's a gent trooper in the other box. We'll stay here though for the changeover. I'm already liking when I see him. We just arrived, and the second we get here, somebody's told straight away, get out of the box. Actually, you know what? The horse is such a cutie. I had to look at the hoof for a second. I was thinking to myself, hold on a second, maybe it's Q10. It's got that sort of royal-looking face shape like Q10. It's not Q10, guys, because it's a blues horse. I just looked at the other hoof. Let's have a quick look at the hoof number. Hopefully I can pull it. 1 second. Yep, got it. It is Valerian. What a glorious creature he is, eh? I mean, utterly spectacular. He's going to be picture of the day right now.
Ajin. I can't see you. Gotta go there.
And using the horse to push the peasants back. Look at this. Oh, see that? Brought the horse right out to the edge of the box, right in front of me. I didn't even notice the horse approaching going because I was looking at the camera. One second. Let me see if I can get that Valerian picture. Is he going to be a good boy and have a look at us? Come on, beautiful. Yep, I think we got it, didn't we? That little cheeky look he gave us. I sort of like to get those images where the troopers sort of, looking off into the distance, sort of, oh, it was over those hills that the British defeated Napoleon, don't you know? That sort of thing. Oh, look at this. You're telling everybody with the horse you all need to stand behind the bollards. Do the MOD's job. With glorious Valerian. Whoa. Absolutely outstanding. Concerned jogger. Look, the jogger was terrified because the trooper shouted at her. Look. Rigid enforcement, folks. Let's be honest, rigid often feels good, but this is great. I think the officer's going to pick up the, what is it, a glove? What's that? Unless a piece of trash that somebody's decided to, randomly drop. Oh, Corporal of Horse, the big boss is here. There he is. Boss man. Trying to see if anybody needs to be renditioned to the UK government black side in Diego Garcia. I think that's what they should do with the really, really disobedient tourists, rendition them. If they're physically removed from the UK, there's not going to be a problem, is there? Oh, boss is making it very clear. Incidentally, some of you had asked, I did notice that question, but I often get distracted, folks. Some of you had asked why it is that the Corporal of Horse is wearing his camos, and more importantly, why is he wearing a marine beret? Well, folks, that beret is awarded to anybody who has completed parachute training. Here's another random person just choosing to ignore the fact that there's a guard change going on. He's out of the box, so that's why the trooper's not moving. Right, out they march. So Aaron's like, oh, get back! I'm very glad that we arrived to see this beauty, but also a little bit upset that we're not going to see more of this beauty. The good news is, folks, yours truly will likely be here tomorrow as well. Valerian. Yes. Okay, so... Oh, I like the trooper that's coming in to replace her, actually. Who's this big milky blazed beauty, I wonder? So Valerian, I know I said I wasn't going to really bother dropping the names, folks, but for the moment I'm reasonably okay to it because I'm not completely squashed here. It's fairly busy, but not chock-a-wocka behind me. This will be the last one that I'll try and name quickly before everybody surges again. Oh my goodness. Who's a mess, but instinctively I'll go with Thor. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but Thor? Is that you? Thor, look at the camera if it's you. Okay, it is. I hope. If not, apologies in advance, guys, for getting it wrong. Okay, so... Gladiator Academy is open. Oh, Corporal of Horse. He's going to reset the button for... oops, I was waving at the guard. Unfortunately, the guard didn't wave back. But never mind. It happens. Right, we're going to keep on the gate and the horse and the trooper. Goodness me, this is, I'm thinking, probably, if that was the noon change, this has got to be the post-palace lot just starting to turn up. great, in fact, to see the new chief so on it. Look, even if he's having to wait to get through the gate into his own property, so many people here. Get ready for it, guys. We know it's going to be a chock-a-wocka one. Thor is pretending he's Ormond. Look. All good? I'm seriously wondering what's happened to Ormond. I mean, they put him over in the last lot, but he wasn't out 3 days last weekend. No sign of him. Locked in the stables. Yep. On the lock and key. Hopefully he'll come back soon. What do you think his thinks of this? Do you think he's been back? Do you think they're on it or not really? Troopers, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to mention who I'm talking to, but personally I think it's a mixed bag.
I ain't got to go back to the hospital no more.
You're completely clean and clear.
Clear, finished.
Wow. It's good news.
Now.
Feels good, yeah? You've still got a bag of sweeties or you don't need them anymore?
No, I still need the sweeties because I'm on the diabetes. My sugar went down to 3.2.
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah,
so
but the shakes, yeah.
So you have to have glucose, a shot of glucose. I had a few of them in hospital. So now I know what I've got to do.
Do you still get bib bathed when you're in hospital? Just between us?
No.
You don't? Oh, damn it.
Get up and do it yourself.
That's a real pity, actually. That's the one thing I was looking forward to if I ever got hospitalised, the bed
You have
bath.
to think
But
about when you have to put when they put a catheter.
do they? Yikes.
It's horrible, that is. When
Yeah.
you have a catheter, you've got to go to the toilet in the back.
I bet that is really
When
uncomfortable.
you try and move around, it pulls you up. I had a tube up my arm, down there, through the nose and into the throat, and that's a thing all.
You recovered pretty fast then, didn't you, to be fair? To be back out and about
That's
just
2
a
weeks
month
ago,
later.
that was. 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks ago.
Well, that was the worst thing was when you had the catheter stuck in your willy.
I mean, what can I say about
You
that?
have to be careful the way you move. Pull it.
Yeah, and in previous relationships, partners have offered to put certain things in there, but I've always refused because I've said to myself, look, if I were that way inclined, I wouldn't be dating a girl.
I wanted to.
A second.
Oh, of course, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
They just said, they wanted to see how much we I do, I suppose. So that was it.
I hope you impressed them.
Yeah, there was bags. From 12 o'clock, from 6 o'clock in the morning, right up to 6 o'clock at night, the bag was burst.
Charlie's like, guys, this is way too much. way too
You know, the
much.
worry about it is, it's that bag big. The worry about it is, the nurse mustn't drop it on the floor, or else she's going to get covered in it.
Or drop it on you, in fact, covering
No,
you
it
in
won't
it.
happen. It won't worry me. It'll be the nurses because they'll get smushed. They'll be covered in
Oh,
pee,
goodness
won't
me. What champions our nurses are. Oh,
they? How do you video going? Put that ain't gone live. Did it all go live?
no, I never live. Everything's pre-recorded, so, you know, you're a bit of a celebrity on my channel, as you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know,
so many people.
You was worrying about me, wasn't you?
Of course we were worried about you because you're a regular familiar face here, and a lot of people are thinking, hold on a second,
Yes, I
let's
know.
hope he's
Everybody
all
was.
right.
I thought, yeah, because there's Big Brother around as well. See, Big Brother.
Oh, that as well, yeah.
Yeah, and there was another bloke. This guy's the slick, and he was asking how I was getting on. See, I'm well famous here.
No, but it's good to be missed, isn't it, for people to be concerned?
Were they worrying about him? Were they worrying about him?
I mean, you know, he's a young man. He's a generation before you and
He's a
I.
fine specimen, he is,
Yep,
isn't he?
exactly that, yep.
So he ain't got, it's not like the old, he might get, when he gets a bit older, he might have problems like I've got.
Well, it's like, hey, thanks for the advice. Eh?
So look after yourself.
Charlie's like, I appreciate it, thanks.
Just look after yourself.
But it's true though, actually, isn't it, to be honest?
Yeah,
It is important to eat well, exercise, keep a positive mental
I
attitude.
mean, the hospital said, do not sit around.
Yep.
As soon as you can get out, you get out. So
Massively.
what did I do?
Back on the street.
Otherwise, you'll seize up. It's not good, that isn't. So I've got out and about.
Talking about out
Do you
and
know,
about,
the silly thing was,
Colin,
right? I'm on insulin for my diabetes, right? The doctor said, the diabetic nurse said to me, right, one tablet and insulin. So I've got
one tablet instantly.
one tablet and my insulin.
Oh, I was going to say,
So
yeah,
what
because I was
did-
thinking there's only one tablet
what I
that
did,
creates
I
it
got
instantly,
home,
the
right?
blue one.
What would you do? If someone says, they say to you, one tablet.
Guys, we've got
insulin,
Shaq O'Neal
one
here.
tablet. There was about 5 tablets, right? I checked a whole lot of weight in the bin, because I didn't know. I've only done one tablet. By Thursday, I was shaking.
Now, do we think this trooper is going to tell people to get out of the box? Instinctively, I think he will. I need to start telling people to get out of my camera as well, to be honest, guys. We're randomly marching in. Oh. Bonjour, Francois. That way, pro-EU lot are opposite the House of Parliament, waiting for the budget announcement. It's chaos up there this morning, get ready for it.
That's why there's
Lots of police out. I think we're all going to get a little bit rinsed, yeah, to be fair, but then again, we're all suffering.
I didn't buy any of the big ones, I only bought UK.
Farage. Exactly that. See ya. He's Colin's super funny. Love how chirpy he is, in fact. A couple of weeks out of hospital, he's back on it like that. Bit of an inspiration to me. He's older than I am, but not by a massive amount. And quite an inspirational figure, I must say. He's always chirpy and optimistic. Oh, look at this. It is like, get out of the box. Some of you noticed, and it's funny actually, because you noticed it in the video where I'd actually mentioned it verbally. Quite a fair few of the kids that go up, when the parents sort of saying go closer or trying to encourage them to get nearer to the horse, quite a lot of the children are like no. And as I mentioned, a lot of you seem to agree, it's because, folks, of course, kids are used to lining up, they're used to lines, they're used to boxes, they're used to you can stand here but you can't stand there, etc, etc. Now, why is this a positive? Well, it's a positive at the moment, obviously, if they're going to help their parents, but let's just not forget half a generation or so when these boxes are completely normal. Pulling the reins will seem like, you know, a very distant memory, as hopefully we're touching the horse. At that point, new generation, great. That's the way I see it anyway. Just a matter of time. It'll filter down to be the new norm. Always admire parents and carers that smoke around their young charges. Goodness gracious. Right, 1 second, folks. Let's have a little bit of a wander. I was just about to move actually when Colin arrived, so I'm glad that he did turn up. What have we got at this end? Okay, so we've got another gent on the other horse. We'll also have a quick look in the yard and see who we've got in the archers. Just looking at the clock, in 4 minutes potentially we'll have the gatesman or gateswoman out and about. 1 second, folks. Found a little spot we can squeeze ourselves in. Both of the troopers actually that are on this changeover that just happened are looking rather stern. Be mindful of the lines on both sides right now. Some of the kids trying to make the, in a sort of, in some way, trying to make the trooper smile. They're waving and stuff, but obviously, what's the trooper gonna do? He's not gonna wave back, much as he might like to. I don't think, to the best of my knowledge, there's any footage ever of a trooper either on horseback or inside waving back. I don't think there is. We've got a few videos of troopers acknowledging young Frank when he visited. Trying to think. No, I don't think there is actually. To be honest, I'm not sure. Even if I did see that, and I never have, I'm not sure I'd publish it anyway, because we have to bear in mind that an awful lot of what is filmed here is watched by the bosses upstairs, and anything that might reflect badly, not that there is very much of it to be fair, I would hold it back anyway. because I don't think it's fair to scrutinise every minor mistake by serving military personnel. But I do think it's fair to scrutinise every intentional, idiotic mistake by naughty tourists who are intentionally disrespectful. Okay, so this gent has wandered straight into the box. And met with no response. Curious. I think probably half of everyone that's here today is a young person. Completely packed with families. And it really is the kids that are supervising the adults, curiously enough. Lining up around the edge of the box.
You don't want to get too close.
Truth, he's tall. 7 foot tall, in fact. One of the horses looking away, he's intimidating the horse. It's 3 times, plus the other tourists are telling her. Although, to be fair to her, I can't understand why he didn't tell the previous person that moved into the box to not stay in the box or to get out of the box. Curious. However, the trooper did speak up, and that's what we like to hear. Get out of the box. Okay, here comes the gatesman. And it is a gatesman today. Oh, a mustachioed, splendid gatesman, in fact, at that. Look at this. And in fact, weaved his way through there majestically. It really was quite lovely to see, I'll be honest, it was. Sorry, is chocolate wok, folks. I'm going to make sure that, although I'm kind of in the crowd, I'm not in any way in the gatesman's way. He left these posts over there. Will they move quickly enough? Goodness gracious. A few tourists jumped aside. They're pretty speedy actually, getting out of his way. Good thing to see that. Incidentally guys, I'm not sure whether you realised it or noticed it, but what I've decided to do, sensible way forward, is to completely pretend the spammers don't exist. So for example, whereas before I would be kind of a little bit considerate, should I go and stand here? Should I worry about getting in their frame? Now I'm going to pretend they don't exist. What does that equate to practically? It means that I will completely ignore the placement of their cameras when I'm filming. Now if that means I stand in front of them, if I block their video, etc., it's going to be very unfortunate, but that's going to have to be the way it is. So, we're in the tunnel, and there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of tourists here today. It's absolutely packed, and way back against the pillar. That way we can't feel awkward about getting too close to the trooper, but this is one of the busiest times I've ever seen in the tunnel. And the trooper is having a good look around. Look, I'm not joking folks, look at it. too many people here, I would say. Good that he didn't decide to hang around too long. Way too many people. And no police here in the tunnel either. Look, I'm just staying put so you can see how many people there are. Look. I don't think, to be honest, I certainly didn't realise just how many people there were in the tunnel. Goodness gracious. Not a good thing to see. Very curious, in fact. Normally one or two of the officers will follow the trooper at a distance into the tunnel. Today, didn't happen. Oh, this kid, look. It's really sort of hustly bustly. It almost feels like there's going to be some kind of Christmas market here or something. Yeah, that made me feel a little bit uneasy, folks, to be honest. I don't recall before seeing a trooper standing in the tunnel having a good look both to his left and his right, but there were so many people. Just look at it, it's just... uncomfortably sort of swirling around though. Have a look at the other side quickly. This will be the last time I'm in the yard, folks, unless something in particular happens. Just people almost walk into me because they're not concentrating. I have no idea what's hilarious, folks. Apparently something. Wearing a mask in London in 2024, that's pretty hilarious. It is actually, though, quite a rare sight, I must say. How long do you think it's going to be until somebody actually accidentally walks into the camera, like does a face plant right on the camera itself? I'm surprised, to be fair, that that's never happened before. We've had a few close shaves, but it's going to happen. One day it will definitely happen. Right, back to the front, folks, and the second half of the video will concentrate on the front. Good to see that the Blues are back doing our gatesman duties in the tunnel, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of it when it's this busy. I really don't. Uncomfortable to watch that, to be quite honest, because the level of exposure in the tunnel is, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. The troopers looking at. Yep. Sorry, I'm talking to my video, not to you. Apologies. Some lady just stopped in front of me. I thought I was trying to strike up a conversation. Oh, goodness me. Right, let's move ourselves back a teeny bit. And boom, up with the camera, folks, over some heads. Trouble is, backpacks and other things are still catch you on the pole as people walk by. Having a video call with his family while he's filming the horse. Kind of sweet.
Non mais j'arrive pas, j'ai l'appareil là, j'ai tout l'appareil. T'es trop petit et mes gens sont trop grands. Non, sitafika, kila mtu kuna kamera. Attends, je peux pas. Dès que la dame elle part, c'est bon.
She's not understanding. They were explaining, I thought they were going to argue with him, but the trooper was explaining because the lady didn't understand that he was saying to her, get out of the box. The chap helped, I think it's her partner, helped by explaining it. Good to see this trooper actually being on it now.
Attends mon cœur. Vas-y.
Ah, okay, so he's explaining it outside the square. And again to this lady. So look, again, trooper's doing a great job of enforcing the box.
Il fallait sortir, il faut rester dans le square. Ok.
How do you say that? French?
Il faut rester dans le carré. Dans le carré.
Carré?
Oui.
What is carré in English?
Carré.
Box or?
In the square.
Ah, the square.
Box.
Ah, okay. Merci beaucoup.
De rien. Tiens, Émile, vas-y, c'est bon, va devant mon cœur. Là, c'est bon. Allez, souris. Super. Allez, ça ira bien. Attends, je vais...
Good to see this, folks, this morning. Eh? Very good to see it. The trooper is really on it. So I'm talking to my video, sorry. It's okay. Somebody explained that the box is out of bounds. Good to hear it. Very good to hear it.
You're not allowed to go any closer, that's just the rules. You're not supposed to do the code first.
A bit squishy here. Man plus dog waiting for picture over there. I'm moving slightly to the left, guys, because there's some very tall people in front of me at the moment. I'm either going to have someone's head, i.e. that, just random ear in the image. Let's hope the dog doesn't start barking. Amazing, actually, some people are so excited about going to horse guards, they just come out without even changing from their pyjamas. Shocking. Straight out of the hotel bed. Oh, this explains to the dog that I'm not going to give you to the horse, however hungry he might look. Dog's like, no, Daddy, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, just push dog bro out of the way.
Ça marche pas.
Oh goodness.
Ça marche pas.
Oh, look at the little dude, he's saluting the trooper. What a top man, look. That's Frank Jr., folks. It's actually really cool to see, to be fair. Okay. He's like, I want to join the Blues and Royals. What a top little man, eh? I think he's hoping to get a salute back from the trooper. Not optimistic that will actually happen, though. though, unfortunately, folks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't. And one thing that is interesting, looking around, is several of the spammers that used to film here without either a hat or glasses are now wearing both. I wonder why that could be. But have no fear, people. I've got a way around that coming up in a video quite soon. Right, let's go back to the other end. The super duper packed end. Look at this. Oh my word. Good golly. Okay. Is Red going to make a mistake? Will we have a diplomatic incident if this lady from Ukraine is told to move out the box? I don't understand this. This little kid is right in the middle of the box, right underneath the horse's head. I'm not joking either, folks. Look. Look. There's the line. Crazy. Let's see if the camera ever higher, folks. There are a lot of tall people out and about today. Maybe there's a basketball match in London tonight. Of course, it's very calm considering the crowding. Oh, of course, they're taking a leader in their picture. Oops. Great, it's going to stink here now. That's what he thinks of uno, dos, tres, ultra. Gatesman is coming out. Oh, goodness me, folks, that is a real whiff. There's another one of the spammers, look, in the green with the black cap. Jason back out. The thing the spammers all have in common is that they all have a pole with 2 or 3 mounted cameras.
Los caballos, como dice, son soldados, reciben su salario, ellos trabajan 1 hora, cada 1 hora van a cuidar. Eso imagínate aburrido 1 hora.
Yeah, oh, there's a real whiff of this end now, guys, after that. Goodness gracious me. Woo.
Toda la gente haciendo dinero aquí, mira el tamaño de las patas del caballo, puedes ver que son
¿Como en retrato?
Sponsored by Gymshark.
Salimos de la calle roja y ahora la calle negra, la parte política de la ciudad. Aquí, ese edificio que vemos ahí, antiguamente era el de otra vez. Aquí era el eso no por 100 años hasta que pegó el fuego.
It's an almost exclusively French and Spanish being spoken here today.
Se fue al Buckingham y aquí fue la parte parlamentar, Ministerio de Justicia.
I'm generally surprised that the tourists are this happy to get so close, especially considering how far back I am and really able to smell the pungency. Good lord. Oh.
Vamos a meterlo los 3.
Tu veux y aller?
Straight in the box, this lady. I know this is going to be painful for some of you to see, and I don't understand it myself, but there we are. Second one, straight in the box. He's reaching out for the horse.
Puoi avvicinare un po', va, avvicinati un po', vai, vai sorella. Guarda qua.
It'd be so much fun if I could understand fluently Spanish and French folks.
Voilà. Tiens, bah, tu sais quoi, allez là-bas.
Oh. Bit of a meltdown. I was with his kids. I thought he was about to have an argument with one of the other tourists here. He started shouting something. Oh, the kids are having a meltdown. Let's leave them to it. And someone, yet again, has made the same mistake as the other day. Bless her. Where's the parents? I don't get it. Crazy folks, eh? I mean, I don't understand how they don't get the risk. It would take just a moment here. Let's hope we never see that. Another one in the box on the left. At least, folks, people don't reach out for the horse anymore. Horse is looking like, what do you mean? It happened this morning. Strictly speaking, if she slips and falls in that urine, I'm going to laugh my head off. Strictly speaking, people that have their feet outside the box but lean over, what is that, folks? Do we regard that as being in the box or not? Because you can, strictly speaking, you have your feet on the line, but your entire torso in the box, as that gymnast just did. The esteemed professor was eyeballing me then. Ligne blanche. The French seem far more disciplined actually than most of the British visitors, to be quite honest. All I'm hearing constantly is the ligne blanche and ne pas toucher. In other words, don't touch it. I can't really think of anywhere else in the centre, possibly Buckingham Palace, that would be this busy at this time, midweek. I'll decide which end to finish up at, folks, as we go, but I'm liking rather more what we see at this end, to be quite honest with you. We've seen this trooper speak up multiple times when required. Amore mio. She wasn't talking to me, guys.
still got
Awkward. Smash into random strangers. In fact, this ligne blanche, this white line, the one that's closest to the public highway, is becoming very popular. A new Instagram spot in London, folks. Not quite as popular as the red phone box, but it's getting there. The MOD have inadvertently given tourists the perfect spot to stand on, because everybody going up and standing either side of the horse, left and right, optically that doesn't come out as well as standing like this. I'm just measuring up for the new doors. I think there'll be fitting new doors on the box. Okay, so a bit of Italian thrown into the mix. What else? In fact, the only language missing, realistically, Western European language this morning is German. Where are the Germans, folks? I'm thinking that possibly there are no school holidays in Germany. Otherwise, there would be tons of German ball groups here with high schools. All of a sudden, it's magically gone quiet. Where's everyone gone? They've all run away. Everybody just stopped. Curious. I think actually, to be fair, a lot of them have stopped to listen to this tour guide behind me who's explaining about the beheading of Charles I here on Whitehall. In fact, somebody mentioned in the comments the other day that possibly the ghost of Charles I haunts the box on the other side. I'm not convinced myself. I mean, if I saw it, I would be very convinced, but until I do, I'm not. Some tourists have got tired of waiting, and I can't say I blame them. But most are staying way back. Look at them all, look. Straight in the box, this lady.
Out of the box, okay?
This trip is doing a sterling job today, folks.
Out of the box, out of the box. Alicia. Alicia. Sorry.
Flipping out. How much longer is this dude going to stay here? The Frenchies guys are our new best friends. They are really, and you are French speakers, you can probably hear all around me this morning. Frenchies telling their kids, stay outside the box or stand on the line, etc., etc. Brilliant thing to hear and to see. It's like no. I lost count, but I think we heard this trooper or seen this trooper giving verbal instructions 3, 4, maybe even 5 times this morning, which is pretty impressive.
Est-ce que tu
That I think is the 45, I'm guessing it's the 45 bell, looking at the time on the video. Yeah, it probably is. We should, in theory, have one more round by the gatesman in this video. The reason that interests me is whether or not he's going to head into the tunnel again. Let's see. Folks, I have noticed that people just walk straight into the camera, but it is what it is. Yep, here comes the gatesman. Like the rest of the Blues, in fact, he's really on it with the walking. No issues at all with those boots. Okay, I think we've got a reasonably decent spot. No chance of getting in his way. Good distance. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I honestly thought she was going to push the pram into his legs. Pram pushed her, yikes. I'm not going to go into the yard unless he heads back into the tunnel. I've got a feeling actually he might. Yeah, so okay, the Blues are doing their own thing. So our closing shot will be in the tunnel. It's a little less crowded than it was before, so there's a very good chance this time eager, enthusiastic, curious tourists will actually get some pictures with the gatesman, respectfully. I've also noticed the police are at the end of the tunnel. You can just about see them in the distance. Let's see. I'm going to stay well back though, unless it gets super packed, in which case I'll go closer. I don't like being sort of directly in front, it feels a little bit uncomfortable. That'll give you an idea of just how many people are going to be passing him. None might stop, it just takes one and everybody copies and follows. In fact, it's been a long time since I remember finishing up a video in the tunnel. I'm not even sure that's happened this year. And thankfully, everybody going past me are ducking beneath the camera. Anyway, now it's getting packed. Look at this, here we go again. The trouble is when it's this busy, people could actually bash into the trooper completely accidentally. To be fair, he might even have trouble getting out of his own tunnel. Look at it. In think he's looking for a gap in the crowd to move again. Yeah. I mean, really extraordinary. That would make me so uncomfortable, to be quite honest with you folks. If I were in a position like that, with so many people so close to me. Wow. Quite an odd morning. I'm not really sure what to make of it, to be fair. Very uneven enforcement of the box. Magnificent gatesman today. Huge respect to him for, and I do mean this in an honest kind of way, not in a sarcastic way, for braving the tunnel, because, wow, that's just too many people. It's not even comfortable to film, let alone be in all that kit with that many people right in his face. Ugh. Great job, in fact. Quite an enjoyable morning. I was thinking about part 2, guys, but there's actually no point because I'm going to be back here tomorrow. The reason I'm going to be back here tomorrow, and it's very rare these days I do 2 parts anyway, but the reason, sorry to emphasize, the reason I'll be back here tomorrow is because of the fact that it'll be the last day, full day for the Blues, their last full day. They'll be leaving Friday morning. So we've got a long 3-day weekend with the lifeguards coming up, starting from Friday morning. So this guy reaching out to touch the horse, but his, I don't know, friend, colleague, son, whatever, has made it clear that you can't touch the horse. Look at the sign. Which is a good thing, to be quite honest. Problem is, one second. Problem is, I'm not sure they're all paying attention. Not that it matters at this stage, folks. We're almost at the end.
Okay, let me do that. That's fine. No problem. Don't do that.
The troop is ready to charge if it comes to it. I actually know Valerian's going to be a picture of the day. I already decided that this morning. Valerian's such a beautiful horse that, despite the glorious, magnificent enforcement by this trooper, Valerian's got to be our picture of the day from the beginning, with equally rigid enforcement by the lady trooper. The closing shot will be at this box. When it's going to be? In the next 30 seconds, that's when. Who will be our last lucky visitor? Oh, here we go. Unison, public service union. Can't see what she's got on her. What is it? We won't be left behind again. I'm sure she's a nurse or a teacher, possibly. Curious. Police are keeping a good eye though through the fence. Anyway, folks, I did say that will be our last lucky tourist, and it was a lady from Unison. We'll be back here as ever tomorrow. Bye for now, people.